Today, one of these. No, I had that one. Let's try it. Let's go with the unopened one. Well, no, they're all open. Okay. Okay. So many, well, not so many choices. Ooh, that's tempting. Let's go with this one. 2018 Bulang shoe. Old tree. You know, I think different vendors mean different things, different farmers mean different things, but that means the trees are old. I think over 70 or something like that. Over 70 years. I have no idea. I'll maybe like superimpose over this what I'm talking about. Okay, this okay. Now this shoe, but it looks like it was stored as I think you say Mao Cha, just the leaves, not pressed into the cake. So this has never been pressed into cake. It doesn't look like. No, that smelled like you know, some sort of candy, like gumball or something, and then you know, like the algae like. The algae like right Puer flavor. This is yeah. Well, I smelled it. It's right. Yeah, I was confused about whether the one I had yesterday was not confused, but I wasn't sure at first whether it was here. Come here. I've got him up here. Whether it was ripe or raw. Ripe means it's been put in a really hot room and let rot really quick. Raw, you don't accelerate. It doesn't experience an accelerated period of aging. You know, the algae and actually, oh, there, that's nice. What am I getting there? Like leathery, I think? Yeah. Rich and leathery. But what was I saying about this? Ooh, what was I saying about that? No idea. Rose, I got one more in my hand. Why don't you come up here and get it right out of my hand? Let's come up here. Appears I have forgotten a teacup. I think it is a little less echoey here. You can't see it, but I have Rose. Okay, right here. Blankets, like on a lamp right there, and draped over my iMac right there to absorb the echoey sound. This is a cement floor shoe factory. I didn't realize. Oh wow, strong. Oh wow. Yeah, wow. I think I went kind of long on the second steep there, but This is strong. Okay. I was gonna say chalky, minerally, and right puer. Yeah. What is this stuff again? Bulang, which would be a storage area that has a certain climate that imparts a certain character onto the tea. Oh no, don't step on it. Don't step on the tea. Sorry. I shouldn't have had those out. Don't step on them. You know, she climbed in my tea box over there once. That's all there's no more treats. I'm the only treat you'll have today. Oh, she doesn't even have a Valentine's today. She's an only cat. She doesn't need it. I'm gonna get her a little sister though. Yeah, so far that was the first two steeps. Let's heat our water up. This is a group effort. We have to do everything right here. You know something interesting? If you're a walker, like, you know, make a comment. Like if you like walking, like as your primary, like, you know, recreational exercise thing. I'm just wondering if YouTube shows it to, because I'm a walker. And I know Joe Lydia out there, if she's still watching these, she walks. Member of a walking group. And I guess that's a data point of one, but I just thought it was curious that she's so into walking. I think I've said hi to, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I forget your name. Dan Gamer? Is it? Somebody asked for a shout out, 3-letter name. I went and looked at your page. Looks like you're a consumer instead of a producer of videos with a few video game related videos. But hi, I'm glad you commented and asked for a shout out. Is that something that goes on here? You know, I'm making a rule. You know, always say it when one of these things pop in. But again, cannabis, a different kind of cannabis than the last time. This is like a hashy kind of. Look at how dark that is. I'm starting to feel the effect, I think, and it seems really smooth. What was it? I think the tea yesterday. Wow, that was some stimulating tea. I think I said before I stopped recording. But the, again, I'll put a link to that tea in the comments here, because that was, if you want a strong tea, this is just my first impression, but wow, that was like, it seemed like it had twice the caffeine or stimulating power as one would expect. Okay, this is, yeah, you know, it's, I'm not a right puer drinker. I like it. It definitely has a very solid right puer flavor. It's I'm not really getting. Let's just see. This is just like this could be early in the steep still here. It has a bitterness that is a little bit hard to place. Oh gosh, bitter like it's like a woody bitter. Can you smell that in here? What does Froggy think? This is a, well, it's a tea pet. My reservoir that catches all the water there is getting kind of full. I haven't emptied it in a few days. There, you can hear it down there. But I don't know the name of this character, this guy, but it is a money toad or money frog. And the point is, if you have a figurine of it or a statue, the coin has to be, you have to be able to move the coin in the mouth. But this brings good financial luck, I think, is it. Something they're used as door stoppers, larger ones. I've seen several tea pets of them as well. Okay, yeah, this is a nice stimulation from this I'm getting. There's something about this that reminds me of something, a little piece of wood that was flat and thin. What am I thinking of? And I put them in my mouth, but I'm thinking of something as a younger person. I'm not sure if you were supposed to put them in your mouth though. Gosh, what were they? Oh. I think it's these matches that I had. Or, because I thought, okay, it's like the size and shape of a matchstick from a matchbook. And they're bamboo colored. And I think they might, well, I'll have to think on it, but it's something like matches maybe. The mental effect I'm getting from this is mostly calm. It is calming. It's more than stimulating so far. Pretty humid compared to what it's been usually here in the Minnesota winters, and can see the steam coming off of the tea quite well, which is cool. That's gonna bump up my views if you can see the steam pouring off. I don't have much to say about this this Puer other than, you know, like, the effect is really nice. I like the effect of all tea though, but it does seem particularly mellow. And it has kind of a chalky bitterness to it. The astringency bitterness to this, the astringency / bitterness to this is different than I remember experiencing any tea before. I almost feel like I don't want to overdo it, because I overdid it on the caffeine. And that I was pretty heavy-handed. I don't know. I think that this vendor that I got this from, Liquid Proust, is heavy-handed, and I've been kind of like eyeing it, like, okay, this is 25 grams. I think I might have been using large portions recently. This is pretty heavy here. Oh wow, there'll be some strong stuff. Wow. It's heavy because I was... Okay, that's interesting. This really holds the... This holds the water. Interesting. It didn't taste over... It's not overly strong. Well, I mean, a shoe is strong in general, and I'm doing it Gong Fu style here. Let me say that again. I didn't realize this until I started watching other... I watched tea videos for a long time, but I think that Don May must say Gong Fu like I do, because I've watched mostly his stuff. I've got to put in here. Of course, yeah. He says he has tea from thousands of years old tree, which isn't true. And if it were true, it would be like a lot more. But the videos are great. They're informative. He's not lying about his knowledge of tea. He's very knowledgeable about tea. So I wouldn't order from him. But anyway, I'm going on too much, being too defensive. But yeah, most people say most English speakers who say Gong Fu pronounce it with a little bit of the Chinese vowel thing. Gong Fu, gong. Next time I hear it, I'm gonna say, okay, what English vowel is that closest to? Because it's not closest to gong. It's closer to something else. Is it the schwa sound? What is the schwa sound? I just wanted to let you know that I know what the schwa sound. No, schwa sound is dung. No, it's not. Do you remember you used to do that? People used to just like say randomly, they'd all of a sudden say schwa. What did that mean? Schwa. I've never liked Family Guy. I don't see why anybody does. It's not funny. Even like the short clips you see of him. I think I have one friend who I think has a good... Wow, look at all this steam. It's like, well, it's raining out. Who watches or has watched, this is before you had kids, Family Guy, who thought it was funny. Obviously you wouldn't have watched it if, but the reason I say that is because I think schwa, it might be something from some cartoon. It might be some character that says schwa in some context. Or is it a skater thing? I was hanging out with the skaters at the time. I don't think I'm gonna find any, flavors that taste like anything else other than right Puer. which isn't a bad thing. That's what I'm drinking it for, because it's right Puer. But I'm not saying like, oh, this is slightly floral, and oh, what is it? Oh, it's Dawn dish soap. It's Dawn dish soap, the blue kind. This is just, shoot. And it gives you a nice little caffeine buzz going on. I ate so many pistachios. I love pistachios. I don't have them all the time because they're more expensive than. I also love sunflower seeds a lot. Those are very inexpensive. So I usually get sunflower seeds to munch on nuts. No, that's not true. Sunflower seeds are peanuts. The pistachios are my favorite, for sure. And I get them in the shell so I can sit there and, maybe another reason I like them is because they are a two-hand activity, and that takes away my ability to use my phone. I swear this happened last night. I found this bag. I remembered I had the unopened bag of pistachio. Oh, I'm going to open those and I'm going to read my phone and eat pistachios. No, you can't read your phone while you're eating pistachios. So that forced me into a little bit of time with myself. Maybe that's why I like pistachios in the shell. I forced myself to have some time with stuff. I live alone, coming out of the pandemic and a health issue that kept me on the couch for a year, and I have no friends, and I don't have a job outside of the house, and I'm just saying, I gotta spend some more time with myself. No, I do have friends. I'm sorry. I do have friends. To my friends that are watching. And I'm lucky that, I'm adopted and know my birth mom really well. And she's like, in my everyday life, she's more of a friend than a family member. Birth family is kind of weird. It's, it is a family, your family, but it's not your family that you knew your whole life. So it's a little bit weird, but in like a good way. Everything's been super positive. But where was I going with that? Had something to do with tea, or how I never really played Uno as a kid. What am I? This is great tea. It's got. Okay, now tea drunk. I don't like the term because intoxication, if you want to call it that. No, because tea isn't intoxicating. It's invigorating. It doesn't make you. It doesn't make you befuddled. I mean, like you drink too much, you get befuddled. You have too much cannabis, you're befuddled. And I assume that other drugs. Other drugs is the same thing. And but tea isn't like that. If you drink too much of it, your stomach and digestive system is going to say, okay, you got to stop before it gets to the point where it's having a really bad effect. I think there's a limit to the amount of caffeine that can cross the blood-brain barrier, like in a given time, and that is reached rather quickly. And also, your digestive system has a similar maximum rate at which it can absorb caffeine. So a lot of times, if you drink a lot of coffee really quick, or tea for that matter, that will make you stimulated for longer, because it takes you a longer time for your body to digest it. It's like there's a traffic cop in your. It's like there's a tea. Okay, I'm gonna start another channel that's like the exact opposite of what I'm doing here. I'm gonna say this is tea, and this is how you have to do it, and this one is good, and if you don't like it, you're not understanding, and nobody's. Now, why did I say that? It was just like a random idea that, like, wow, there could be a. Maybe I am befuddled. No, this is the kind of thing where Where like, you know, I'll do something like get on the train and I'll have this idea, oh, you know, I should like make the train stops. I should get a tattoo of train stops on my, where did that come from? What am I talking about? I've got colored light bulbs, but I can't figure out how to make them colored. Like there's an app on my phone, Cree, and I've emailed them and no response. Their app is crap, and now the lights kind of worked. You have to keep on adding them to the app before you can control them, and you got to do that by toggling the switch up and down, which resets all of them. So it's something that for me, how it's been working, it's like, okay, yeah, I feel like some colored lights tonight. I'm gonna, you know, go through the time to, you know, and then maybe they'll stay. It'll remember them for 2 weeks, but then I'll forget again. I didn't use them for a period of over a year, other than as the regular white lights. And now when I try to do, I can't control them. I can sometimes control a few of them, but most of them I can't control. They won't even. After you flip the switch, they're supposed to, I'm going into too much detail. But yeah, I don't know if other brands are just as bad, but especially if you're not into gadgety stuff, which I'm not, having smart light bulbs, it takes some effort. It's not like you screw them in and forget them, in my experience. All right, I feel like this is, I feel like I'm gonna pass out after. Wow. Actually, it's almost 4. Yeah, so again, the unusual things about this tea is just the bitterness is a little bit unusual. You know, gentler, but in a way drier at the same time. Or no, just different. And it has a really strong ripe shoe flavor. You know, not the bad fishy algae cheap shoe stuff, but just, you know, the fermented flavor. You know, I guess I said it had a sweet smell at the beginning, like in there with the algae like smell. Is it okay that I'm saying algae? I think other people might say the wet pile character. But to me, it does smell like the algae in, you know, freshwater fish tank. All right, good enough for today.